SuccessFactors, or welcome to IBM, or welcome to Deloitte.com, something, whatever you want, you can keep it here. Okay, so and more apart from that logo also, you can keep any kind of your custom text and custom URLs, anything you can keep it here. We'll do it maybe in the next session, how to customize the welcome portlet. Okay, so when you log into your home page, you can see the to-dos, you can see the welcome, you can see admin alerts, you can see your team. Okay, just let me go to within manager screen so that you can see your entire team here. Okay, now you can see your to-dos, you can see your my team. My team is nothing but your direct report is welcome page is nothing but this welcome portlet, and we have links here so that directly from here itself, okay, directly can go to employee central, and we have my goals here. That means if you have any set goals, automatic goals, the main goals will come up here, and we have here my information about yourself, your profile, and a few kind of analytics here which is coming up here on the home page screen. Okay, so the portlets, each and every box is an portlet. Okay, the portlets which are displaying on this particular screen is nothing but your home page screen. Okay, and these are all the portlets, and this is nothing but to do your inbox and my team and all this stuff. Okay, so just remember this. Now we'll just go here. Okay. Now here I'll start with the instance. Okay, as I said, instance is nothing but your SuccessFactors system, or you don't call it SuccessFactors system, you call it SuccessFactors instance. And instance types, as I said, you'll have different types of instances. Say one is my production instance, or you can call it as dev instance, or you can say professional edition. Okay, the system which you are looking at is professional edition with employee central. What is professional edition with employee central? So professional edition with employee, professional edition in the sense basically like you'll get kind of a master data, like what you have your IDES system, International Demonstration Education Systems in SAP, IDES. Okay, the same we get professional edition with employee central. In this particular professional edition, you'll get a kind of master data which has a sample data along with the employee central system. Okay, if you see my team and all this stuff, that means like this is going to be an employee central system. Okay, you have different types of instance. Okay, one is professional edition with employee central, professional edition without employee central. Say if I am implementing performance and compensation management only, I'll not have the employee central system, so I'll just have only the professional edition system like performance management and compensation management. So we'll call it different types of instances. So what are portlets? Portlets are nothing but these portlets. Okay, each and every box is nothing but a portlets. Okay, now coming from competencies. So what are these competencies? Competencies basically we use in the performance management. Competencies, I can say basically it's kind of qualifications. In SAP we use it as, so we can call it as qualifications. Here we call it as competencies. And we have configurable. What is this configurable? We'll just go to the next slide here. Okay. So configurable. So here in this particular welcome page, what we can do is here, we can, whatever the modifications that you do here in this welcome page, like inserting a logo or inserting a kind of custom URLs, inserting a custom text, this all comes under configurable. Okay, so here SuccessFactors are configurable. Instances can be adjusted based on the customer specific needs. So we do make it kind of configurations whatever you want in the SuccessFactors system. That is nothing but your configurable. You'll got as configurable. Next, what are these dashboards? Okay, so dashboards are nothing but, as I said, we have in SuccessFactors we have a separate reporting, like say dashboards. We have analytics, and we have a reporting. Okay, what is dashboards? We will do is, as I said, in dashboards, SuccessFactors is going to be a predefined set of dashboards. Okay, dashboards are nothing but your pie charts. Okay, say for example you have six standard dashboard that has given by SuccessFactors in live systems for performance, compensation, section management, and all the modules, they have given 6 standard dashboards. Okay, so these dashboards are going to be fixed. Okay, you cannot develop a custom dashboard. It's going to be fixed. Whatever the standard success factors dashboards will give you can use it. Okay, so these dashboards will have, okay, this dashboard looks in the like your pie chart, or you can see it in the circles, like how your business objects dashboards look like. Okay, the same way here even the dashboards looks like also. In the introduction session, I have shown you how the dashboards looks like. It will have clean new UI, which is the HTML5 background. Okay, so I can say it's clear and will have more look and feel than your SAP Business Objects dashboards. Okay? Now these are nothing but the dashboards. So this dashboard screen is of very old. Now the current dashboards is latest is 2.0, which I've shown you in the introduction session. Snapshot is 2.0. So we are going to have the dashboards 2.0. Okay, so you just click on home. On the down part you have analytics on. Okay, once you click on this analytics part, what you'll do is you'll get the dashboards, you'll get the reporting, you'll get the analytics, all this stuff here. So dashboards 2.0 is the current latest dashboards that which we have in the SuccessFactors system. Okay, so SuccessFactors has upgraded these dashboards to 2.0. Okay, so you can see these dashboards here. So calibration completed 30 days. So I'll explain each and every dashboard when it comes to the dashboard sessions. Okay, now this is very old and this is just for terminology we are using this. Okay, so dashboards are nothing but your information will be showed up in the in the pie chart with a kind of percentages. Next is default user group. What is default user group? Okay, like your SAP, you have different kind of roles, and you have in that particular roles you have different kinds of authorizations that you define for that particular roles. Okay, and finally you define this role to any of the users or to the user group in SAP. The same way we do here it in SuccessFactors. So what we'll do is we'll create a user. We'll create an user group. So what is user group consists of? User group consists of, say, users. User group consists of users. Say, if I say manager user group, all the managers will be under that particular manager user group. If I say employees, we'll have all the employees under that particular employee user group. Okay. I'll group people under one user group and I'll define it to that user group to a role. Okay, and that role has authorizations in SuccessFactors. So whoever the users are there in that particular user group, that user group has been assigned to the role, and that role has the authorization chain of linking, so that whenever the manager or the employee user, whether it could be ESS or it could be MSS user, once they log in into the SuccessFactors system, they'll have the set of authorizations that they have been defined. There is nothing but your.
Can you repeat once? I didn't get.
Yes, how? Yeah. So usually, what this user group is, take SAP. Okay, just compare with SAP. Now we have users. Basically, how we define the roles to the users is we'll just go to the SU01. Okay, we'll take the user and we'll define the roles to them. Okay, yeah. So in some projects we don't define the role at a user level. We define it at the reference user group level. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means what this reference user group indicates is that means when you are defining that user group, that means that for that particular user group you need not to define the roles, so that already a set of roles has defined to that particular reference user group, and you are referring to that particular employee in SU0, so that all the roles are applicable. The same way here, a kind of bit similarity here. Now I have a manager here. Okay, manager user. I don't define directly a role to a manager here, because whenever I hire a person, okay, I have to keep on defining the roles here. So I don't want to do that. What I'll do is, instead of doing that, I'll create just a blank folder called user group folder. In that folder, if any managers are getting hired, I'll define that, I'll take that employee IDs and I'll keep it in the folder. Okay. So now manager 1, manager 2, manager 3, manager 4, 5 till 10. You have 10 manager IDs, and which I kept it in the manager user group folder. Okay. I've taken that folder and I've defined it to a manager role, and we define it to a manager role, wherein that role has different set of authorizations. Okay. So when I log in as a manager 1, okay, I'll just look at my manager MS screens. Okay, that means you have set permissions to the manager role. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means here we are not defining directly a role to a manager. We are creating a folder, a group, so that we are inserting all the managers over there, and that group is assigned to a row. Okay, that is nothing but your user group. Now, employee data files. What is employee data file? Usually in SAP we will call it as SAP master data. Okay, in SuccessFactors we will call it as employee data.
Okay.
So whenever you extract the data from your SAP system, you know, to a .csv format, and when you are uploading it to SuccessFactors, you know, when it comes to SuccessFactors terminology, the master data is nothing but the employee data. We don't call it as master data here. Okay, so if you go to Employee Central, the data which you display in the entire Employee Central is nothing but that particular login employee data information. Okay, so now when we go to the SuccessFactors and SF integration data upload process, I'll show the Excel sheet how I'll do the .csv format, how the employee data looks like. Okay, so here whatever the data that you are uploading into SuccessFactors is nothing but employee data. Okay, in your SF terminology we'll call it as master data. And this employee data, as I said, which will be used for all the modules processing in the SuccessFactors system. Okay, families and roles. Okay, so we have different types of job families here. You can, like in SAP, you can create job families, and you have roles also. You can define the roles, you know, manager role, employee role, and all this stuff. Okay, so we'll define all the roles in when it comes to RBP, role-based permissions. And we have form templates. And we have form templates. What is this?
Can you go back to the previous screen, Venkat?
Yes.
What is families? Roles I understood, but families I couldn't get. You are saying like in SAP we do have that the info type 21.
Yeah, we have jobs, right? Yeah, we have jobs, right? So we have job families, right?
Okay,
job families in SAP. Yeah, so the same way here in SuccessFactors we have job families here. They have just defined as families and roles here. We can call it job families here. So even you can configure the job families, and you can assign roles to that families also, jobs also. Okay.
Right.
So roles are nothing but that we configure the roles in RBP, role-based permissions. That's again a terminology we'll call it as in SuccessFactors. You can make a note of it. RBP, role-based permissions. Okay. So there we're going to configure all the roles, and we are going to define it to the user groups again. Okay. So form templates. What are these form templates? Okay. Form templates is an a word. What we do here in this form templates is, so basically I said when we are working on the introduction session, few modules, not few more, almost all the modules in SuccessFactors are template driven concepts. Template driven concepts. What is this template driven? Okay, so if you are developing a goal management, okay, that means you'll configure a template. Okay, so you'll create an ID, and for that ID you'll keep on assigning all the things, and you'll configure a template. The same way is performance management here. You have, in order to process a form, you need to create a template here. When it comes to compensation management, you have to configure a compensation template here. So the configurations that you do here in each and individual entry in SAP, and you'll process it in the front end. The same here in SuccessFactors. We have tabs process configuration here in a single screen. You'll configure for now in performance management module in SAP system. If you go to rating scale, you'll configure rating scales in a different screen. When it comes to the appraisal template configuration, the PHAP underscore catalog underscore PA, you'll configure the entire performance appraisal template in a single screen. The same way here in SuccessFactors, we do configure the appraisal template in a single screen. Okay, so once you do the configuration in a single screen, in this form templates node, it's a node. Node is nothing but your configuration node. You just go to the node and you'll do a kind of extra settings to that particular templates, performance appraisal templates. Okay, so here you can read it here. Template that determines the purpose of the form template. These templates are used to create individual forms for your population. So in this screen particular screen, you can see it here the extra settings, like say what is the start date of the template and what is the due date of the template, what is the end of the template process. Okay, you can define the dates over there. It's a kind of extra settings that you do it in the form template settings. When you're working on the performance management, we do configure the kind of template configuration is in a separate screen called manage templates. And after configuring that particular templates in the manage template screen, again we'll come to form template screen. That is nothing but your next node. Okay, in that next node we'll take the same appraisal template and we'll do a kind of extra settings which are not available in the initial creation of the template in the manage template screens. Okay, so that is nothing but your form templates. Okay, when we come to SuccessFactors, you'll understand what is manage templates and what is form templates, the differentiation between the two different modes. Okay. So in this form templates, we do define the extra settings for this particular appraisal templates. Forms. What are forms? As I already discussed with you guys, now when I'm making or developing anything, okay, that means it's a template. Take in general terminologies. Now we have performance management and we are doing it manual process. Okay, what I'm doing is like I'm building an Excel performance appraisal template, Excel sheet. Okay, Excel template that I'm doing. Okay, so I've made some kind of background calculations in that particular Excel template, and I've put on some formulas and I've put on different tabs. And what I'll do is finally I'll just take a printout of it. Okay, so so what I'll do is I'll just take the template what I have developed in the Excel, and I will take a printout of it in the machine. Okay, so I'll take the machine printout and I'll distribute it to employees. So what it turns for an employee, it becomes a form for an employee. So while at the time of development stage, we call it as template. Okay, once you distribute it to employee, it becomes a form. Okay, so I'm filling my appraisal form. Okay, so now I've received it to me. I'm an employee, so I'm filling my appraisal form. Okay, while the same form, when it is in the development stage, we'll call it as a template. Okay, so when I, as a consultant, when I'm building the template, I'll define the template and release the template. Okay, once I release the template, like your SAP, what happens is, so the template will be distributed to the employees according to your roadmap. What will happen is, it will be, say, in the roadmap, the first step is going to be self-evaluation. Automatically, the template will be moved to the employee as an first step, so that employee will do the self-rating. Okay, so forms are nothing but the templates which you develop. Once you release the template, automatically the next process is going to turn it as a form. Okay, so in the simple terminologies, as I said, once you take the printout of a template and you distribute it to employees, that becomes a form. Any questions on these forms? If you're not understanding, I'll repeat once again. Okay, great. Okay. Next, as I said, what is instance? So instance is nothing but your SuccessFactors instance. Instance types, I said professional edition, non-professional edition, without employees, and all these things. Okay, just remove this. I need not to look at this Bizx suite bundles and all this stuff. Job codes. What are these job codes? Okay, so job codes in the sense, like say, usually we create jobs and each and every job will have a job code. Okay, so usually in SAP we have a 8-digit numerical character that you define to a job or to a position or to a organ or center, whatever it may be, even a partner. We're going to have a numerical characters. Okay, but in SuccessFactors, when you're creating a job, you have to define an ID by yourself. There is no internal number. Everything is going to be the external number range series here in SuccessFactors. When the employee IDs, we call it as partners in SAP, the position IDs and the job IDs. Okay, so everything goes with the alphanumerical, not numerical. You can configure both as alphanumeric. Okay, so because I suggest you to go with the numerical character, not defining with the alphanumeric, because if you have SAP and SuccessFactors integration, you are going to take the stuff from your SAP and you are going to push it to the SuccessFactors. Okay, so at that time what it will be easy for you. And if you use alphanumeric and again you some data, if you push it from SAP, again you will kind of have a numerical and alphanumerical job codes or the position IDs that will be displaying it over there. Okay, so this job code, the characters, 8 characteristics, whatever you define as an alphanumeric or numericals are nothing but your job codes. Okay, so job code is assigned to each employee to map the competencies for their role to be a job code. For example, Joe Smith is an accountant and his job code is ACCP01. Okay, so each and every job will have, you can define one code, 1 digit, or a 2 digit, or 3 digit, or 4, or 5 till 8. You can define the digit code. So it is going to be alphanumerical character ABC 1 2 3 4, your job code. Okay, like that you can define your own job codes.
Venkat here means, can we put it like internal number range or external also, means in
no, we don't have as of now. We don't know as of now the internal number ranges for any kind of configuration. As I said, for employee IDs, position IDs, job IDs, you don't have an internal number ranges. Everything will be external. You yourself has to put it here. Okay, so SuccessFactors doesn't have that kind of internal number range process as of now. Maybe in future SuccessFactors might come up with that. Till this quarter releases to 2014 first quarter, we are in first quarter, so 2014 first quarter we don't have such functionality in SuccessFactors. We don't have internal number range concept. I don't think SuccessFactors will bring up this internal range unless if they remove and declare entire SuccessFactors in the SAP are independent things, so that which are not dependent on each other, and you can implement for HR solution. If I say HR, if any client want HR solution, take SuccessFactors and a whole, so we have both core and talent management, analytics, and dashboards, all that stuff. Okay, so SuccessFactors is not in such a stage now. Okay, so maybe if it becomes an independent, which is not dependent on SAP, then they might bring up this kind of functionality with internal number ranges.
Okay.
As of now, we don't have that. Okay, so what is the line of sight? Line of sight. Okay, so line of sight is nothing but a kind of a reporting structure that can be displayed in any of the screen. Okay, say for example, if you look at the screen here, now this is a goal management screen. What we are looking at is the goal management screen. Here you have Carla Grant, the manager, the arrow mark you can see. Down to that you have reportees of Carla Grant, and top of Carla Grant you can see Daniel Cortez. Daniel Cortez. Now as a manager, I can define goals to my direct reporting, right? I have to define goals to my direct reporting. Okay, so I'll log in into my goal management system and I'll select the employee, say Robert Allen, and I'll define the goals by just click on this icon. The I don't know, there's some kind of tool icon. You can just click on this icon and I can assign the goals to my direct reportees. Okay, the same way Daniel Cortez can do to Carla Grant Manager also. Okay, so a kind of structure that is displaying in the goal management is nothing but the line of sight. Okay, so manager can view the direct reportees and below and matrix managers also. Now you see here, now even a matrix manager can be seen for Carla Grant. Richard Max, there is one more employee. For this employee, Carla Grant is a matrix manager. Okay, even she can also assign the goals, to particular Richard Max employee, even though she is the matrix manager for him. What this screen means is, like, if you see a manager down to that one more manager and down to that report is, that means you are looking a kind of organization structure here in a screen that is nothing but a line of sight. Okay, so line of sight in the term used to describe an individual's reporting visibility. Your reporting
It's a kind of organizational structure which.
No, you don't call it as organization structure. We are not in organization structure. So we are in some other modules. Okay, in other modules, a kind of structure is displaying here. Reporting structure is displaying here. That you will call it as line of sight. You just understand, here line of sight is a term used to describe an individual's reporting visibility in a particular screen. Okay, so a line of sight is nothing but you can see your manager and you yourself and a kind of direct report is nothing but a line of sight. So usually this kind of line of sight appears in goal management. When we work on goal management, I'll show you the line of sight, how it looks like.
I have a question, Venkat.
Yeah.
Who will be having the authorization or right to add supervisor or subordinate in the structure or in line of sight? In the system, as you were telling, manager can add. So manager will be having this authorization or administrator used to have?
See, usually how it happens in SuccessFactors is basically administrator will have. That depends. I mean, like whether it is SAP or SuccessFactors or whatever. Okay, so hiring process and assignment of the manager or the supervisor, everything you do that in the hiring process. Basically, administrators will have this kind of authorizations, not the manager. Basically, yeah. So manager will not have. Administrator will have this stuff, I can say.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll just go to the next one. Portlets. We already discussed what are portlets. Okay, so portlets are a kind of individual kind of box which shows its functionality. My team, it will show your all direct reports to do portlet. It's a kind of box, a small box, which has its own work items functionality displayed in the to-dos list. So portlets are nothing but the portlets which we have viewed it here. Okay, this thing. Rating skills. Rating skills. So what are these rating skills? So rating skills are nothing but your success factor. In performance management, we do configure the rating scales. Okay, so in SAP, the same way we have 5 scale ratings, and a 3 scale rating, however you define the scale ratings. Here also in SuccessFactors, we do define the ratings. If you want to use the standard, we have standard ratings here. If you want to use custom, we can use custom ratings. And for each and every rating, you can define, say, very good, excellent, meet expectations, a description of each and every number rating. And for each and every rating, number rating, again, you can define a description also, a big description, that what is meet expectations. Meet expectations is nothing but you can define descriptions. Example, it's above than good, meet expectations fall under this kind of categories. You can define whatever kind of description that you maintain, in a big description that you maintain to each and every rating. Even you have that functionality also in SuccessFactors. Basically in SAP we don't have that. If I say one is going to be bad, 2 is going to be good, something like that. Okay, what is good? What do you mean by good? Okay, we don't have a kind of comments box or a description box, so that we'll maintain what is good, what category that good falls under. What do you mean by good? Okay, so in SuccessFactors we have a version document to define a kind of text to that. So for each and every rating, SuccessFactors does provide you the standard comments text. If you want to use the standard description already provided by Success, you can use it, or if not, you can use your custom also. Okay, the same way here in SuccessFactors we do configure the rating scales. Can you give me a minute, please? Okay, I just took some water. Now role names. So what are these role names? Okay, usually when we are working on performance management, we do have kind of technical roles, we call it as. Okay, what are these technical roles? In performance management, usually we'll have workflows, to move the appraisal template from one step process to another step. Say initially from employee to manager, again manager accepts, again it will go to employee, again employee accepts that, again the appraisal template is set to be complete. This kind of step-by-step process. The same way in SuccessFactors we do have route maps. We call it route maps or route maps. ROUTE hyphen maps. Okay, route maps or route maps, whatever you call it. I do call it as a route maps. Okay, so we have route map process. It's nothing but like in workflow. It works like in workflow. Okay, so in route maps we'll define what is the first stage where the appraisal template has to be moved after releasing the template. So I'll define, say it has to go to employee. In the description field I define to employee. That's fine, you define your text as employee. Then how do system understand that you want to, now you type as your description also wrong. How do system understand where this template has to go? You define it as employee, okay, but system has to understand in a technical way what is employee. Okay, so E is nothing but an employee. Okay, so what we need to define is here as an E-employee. So if I put an EM, when it comes to employees manager, it has to go to the employee manager, EM. If I put an EMM, employees manager. Okay, if I put an EH, it is going to be the HR representative. Like that, we have different types of different types of technologies, technical roles for each and every role here. So we work more on SuccessFactors. Okay, I said SuccessFactors, we are going to have the we have the success factory. In that particular factory, it's a separate tool when it's not linked to your instance, which is success factors instance. What we do in that factory is we do download the appraiser template that you have configured in the instance, and we do more
Hello.
different types of roles whatever available in that particular success factory. So EME is nothing but employee. If I put on E star, hello.
Yeah. Venkat, how this user group is different from role names? You know, means a few minutes back we were discussing
So
about user group.
Yeah.
In SuccessFactors.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So
managers, you have given the
user
example
group
of
is,
manager.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So user group is different and role names are different. Okay. So as I said, user group is nothing but you can just create a manager user group. As I said, it's a folder. It's just a folder. Okay. In that folder, we create a folder and we'll add all the people, and that folder is assigned to a role. Okay. We'll see that, and whatever I'm telling you exactly the same way. We create an user group folder, or the user group is nothing but manager user group, employee user group. We'll create a folder and we'll define all the user rights and we'll assign to a role. That is different. Okay. Role names are nothing but here. If I say employee, don't call this a role actually here, but still SuccessFactors is making confusion of people here. Okay. So if I say employee is a role. Employee manager is a role. Okay, EMM is nothing but employee manager is a role. Okay, so here in order to differentiate each and every character is nothing but a role. The character is nothing but a role here. That's what these understands is. Okay, so differentiating of each and every character is nothing like character. I can be using instead of role, I'm using a character role here. Okay, so for E is nothing but employee. Put an E star, that means all employees. Even stars are going to be applicable in SuccessFactors. We do keep it as E star. E star means all employees can do the authorization whatever defined in SuccessFactors. If I put an EM star, that means all employees managers, like all the line of managers. Okay. If I put an EM plus is nothing but employees, managers, manager. There are set of different characteristics, role IDs over there. So when we come to SuccessFactors, I'll talk more about this, terminologies or the roles IDs that we have in SuccessFactors. Okay. So just for your purpose, we have kind of technical, characters. Say E is nothing but employee, EM is nothing but employees manager. So whatever we have here, just for time being, you just remember this when we go to SuccessFactors.
Okay.
I'll make you understand how we do that, everything, all this stuff. Okay.
So role names will be only used in this performance management, in performance goals and performance, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly what you told is right. Yes. So apart from that, we don't use it anywhere. And of course, like in some cases, like say compensation management also, if you require any kind of XML coding and all this stuff, you might come up in this kind of this thing. So apart from that, most things we use this kind of EM plus thing in performance management only. When we go, we'll edit the appraisal template both in XML and in SuccessFactors also. I'll show you how it displays in XML and how it displays in SuccessFactors. Both I'll show you. We are going to work on V11 and V12 so I'll just show up over there and how it looks like. Okay.
Another good question. Hello?
Yeah, Venkat.
Yes.
One question, Venkat.
Yes.
Okay, we can use our own name here, or it's standard from here. Hello?
No, it's standard. Yeah, SuccessFactors has given this standard. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
I can
So
hear
in
you.
SuccessFactors we have we have a standard technical role names here. Okay, we have to use that only. Apart from that, you need not use any custom. Okay, so apart from standard, you have max. I mean, like you have more than 10 to 15 kind of roles over there. You have manager, matrix manager, third level manager, fourth level manager, fifth level manager, sixth level manager. You have a number of levels also. Like that, you have at least 15 roles. Apart from that, you have matrix manager, some other matrix manager, So I don't think you can go something custom, but still, you know, you have a lot more provisions. You can use the standard only. I'm not sure, like, you know, nobody have seen, like, you know, going with the custom process here. We just has to use with the standard whatever they have given. And moreover, in any implementation, you will not go beyond of that, you know, the technical characteristics, the standard things which SuccessFactors has provided.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, route maps. So what are route maps? As I said, in performance management, instead of workflows, we do have route maps here. Okay. So what these route maps will do is, these route maps are nothing but a workflows that carry the appraisal template from one process to another process. So the best roadmap, simple roadmap, I'll tell you. Okay. So once administrator release a form, where it has to go. Okay. The first step in the roadmap is going to be the employee. It has to go to employee. Select the role as employee. Okay. Now after that employee, so where it has to go, the second step is going to be the manager. So select the manager role. Okay. Then after manager, what is the third step it has to go? It has to go to the one-on-one meeting. Okay. So one-on-one meeting means what is the role that has to be? Who is going to conduct one-on-one meeting? Manager, right? Again, you have to select the manager role. Okay. So in one-on-one meeting, once one-on-one meeting is done, all your ratings are done. So again, the next step is going to be the signature steps. Okay. Confirmation. Signature is nothing but confirmation steps. Next is employee confirmation step. That in that confirmation step, the employee has to make a written signature or, you know, digital signature, so that it is confirmed or accepted with the rating. So, and then once employees say accepted, and the next step is going to be manager acceptance again. Okay, employees accepted. Again, I'm also accepting this. So once manager also accept this, then the next last step is going to be completed step. Okay, so this is the step-by-step process that you define in the route maps. Okay, so these route maps are so flexible and so easy. You know, that's the reason I'm telling you SuccessFactors. If you go to any kind of implementation, performance management implementation, if configuration of one appraisal template in SAP takes 3 months with 3 resources, the same template can be taken, you know, for 1 month in SuccessFactors along with one resource. 1 month timeline, and, you know, you can reduce 2 months timelines and the 2 resources also. Okay, so that is the good thing that you have in SuccessFactors. Hi Muhammad.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, could you just mute yourself? If you have any questions, you can unmute it. I do hear a lot of background echo from your side. If you don't
Okay, no
mind.
problem. Hold on.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, great. Thank you so much. Okay. So these route maps are, you know, used, you know, in processing our appraisal template from one step to another step. So this, as I said, this is so flexible, and, you know, a functional consultant himself or herself is going to develop these route maps. And how, as I said, goal management is a separate piece, performance management is a separate piece, rating scales is a separate piece, and route maps is a separate piece. How we are going to link up all these things is, now when I'm configuring performance appraisal template, the same way how you do in SAP's you know, appraisal template configuration, the same way here in SuccessFactors also. Like when we are configuring appraisal template, first step we choose is going to be the route map. First step is going to choose the route map. We'll choose a route map in the appraisal template configuration, and the next is going to be the rating scales. Okay, and the next is going to be the goal template. Okay, we are going to call the goal template also in SuccessFactors appraisal template. Okay, we'll call the goal template. And if you have any development plans, even development plans also have a separate template in SuccessFactors. Okay, even we are going to call the development you know, template here. So all the individual components are called up into the performance appraisal template when you're configuring the template. Okay, we'll work more on when we come to the performance management. I'm just telling you the overview thing here. Okay, so this is end of the the most terminologies that we frequently use in SuccessFactors. Okay, and here we have couple of more the general things. I say home. What is the home terminology? Okay, once you go to your SuccessFactors, and this is nothing but your home screen here. And what is the navigation menu? Okay, this is the navigation menu. Now, if I just click drop down here from the home, from this home screen, I can switch to any of the particular modules. You can say, for example, I want to go to organization chart. I can click here. If I want to go to employee first, like say employee central ESS screen, I can just click on that employee screen, so automatically it will go to the your to employee central screen. Okay, like this is nothing but your navigation. What is to-dos? Okay, as I said, to-dos is nothing but your home page. You have your inbox. Inbox is nothing but your to-dos. So in this to-dos, what we are going to get the all work items. Okay, so this inbox has to be configured by a functional consultant. Like how do you configure UWL? The same way here we do configure the to-dos here. So we are going to configure the inbox. So here, as I said, in SuccessFactors, each and every module is an independent module. We can use it in such a way. Okay, so if I have only performance management, okay, I've implemented only performance management. Only performance management related work items has to be triggered to the manager inbox, not the compensation or not the leave request process and all this stuff. What I'll do is when I'm configuring the inbox, I'll just select only performance management workflows has to be triggered to the all the managers, because I'm implementing only performance management. Okay, down the line after 6 months you implemented employee center. All the employee central work items has to be triggered to all the managers. So you just go to the to-dos settings. There you define the workflows. It's so easy. Just selection of each and every module work items over there. Okay, it's not work items, sorry. Just selection of a inbox to do package for each and every module. Just select, say assign. That's it. So simple. I mean, like it's not like UWL configuration like in SAP. SAP is a complicated word, as I said. Okay, so as a functional consultant, you'll be building your to-dos with this thing here. Okay, and we have portlets here. So as I said, these are all the standard portlets. In case if you want any custom at max, as I said again, this portlets are going to be standard. If you want custom, still you can go with the custom. Okay, so when we work on the home page in the next session, home page, the new home page set that we are going to set the portlets also. Even we will insert the custom portlet and how we are going to design that custom portlet also. Okay, and these are all the portlets. Each and every box is going to be a portlet. And welcome. Okay, this is your welcome screen. Okay, this has a kind of bit work that we have to work on this welcome. Okay, now I just put on the SuccessFactors in a logo here. Instead of putting the logo, how I upload the logo, how I put on the the links over there. Instead of putting the logo, I want some links over there. Okay, so that welcome to Deloitte. So if I click on the Deloitte, automatically it has to take me to the Deloitte career site or Deloitte.com site, so that it explains me more about Deloitte. Okay, so this welcome page is more of welcoming, a warm welcoming to an user, whoever logs into the SuccessFactors instance, whether he is a ESS user or whether he is an MSS user or whether he is a time off user or whether he is an administrator user. Okay, so anybody will have a kind of warm welcoming with this welcome page design. So you can define a set of URLs with a deep link. You'll have a text, a normal text here. Now if you see here, now I have a paragraph here. With this paragraph, in that paragraph for one word, I have blue color with the underline words. That means you have a link process here. Once you click on that, automatically what will happen is there. So in that welcome page, automatically it will take you to that particular site. We'll call it as deep linking process here. I'll explain in the next session when we are working on that welcome thing. Okay. And next is search option here. So search option is a very powerful tool in SuccessFactors. Now, say for example, if I want to search for any employee, I can just put on sorry. Carla. Okay, so if I put on employee here, I can see the employee Carla brand here. If I just put on employee Carla Grant here. I can see here how many reports that she has and what is the team size and what is the organization, what is the details and all that stuff. Okay, I can put on first name, I can put on with the last name, or I can search with the employee ID also. You have three different options. Anything, like if you just know something about her, so okay, so you can just search for, okay, you can just search with that particular first name, last name, and we have the employee ID and all this stuff. Okay, so this search tool, we have again search tool for employees, search tool for your configuration notes also. If you don't remember your configuration notes, what you can do is, like, you can just go to admin tools here option here, you know, even we can search for you know, the configuration notes. Say for example, I don't know how to set my home page. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just put on, say, home page. Manage. Okay, so manage. Okay, she's a manager, so that's the reason she don't have authorizations to do any kind of configurations. Okay, I'll just go here, say become self. What I'm doing is a proxy management. I'll later on tell you what is proxy management in the next coming session. That is advanced topic. I don't want to tell you, you'll get confused about what is proxy management. Proxy is nothing but your delegation, substitution process. Okay, so manage. Okay, now here you see here, if I put on manage, automatically how many things I have come up here. Okay, so I have manage pending, has managed permission groups and all this stuff. Okay, this all your admin tools, configuration, like your SPR. Okay, so I have managed V12 homepage. I can manage my V12 homepage. Okay, so I don't know about how to set user password. So reset user password. So I just put on passwords. Automatically reset passwords. This tool is search tool is a very powerful tool in SuccessFactors. If you know in a single word in an entry, say manage pending hires. Okay, there is one. Say I'll just say pending. Manage pending hires. Okay, so it's a very powerful tool. If you remember any word of that particular entry, automatically this search tool will pick up for you. Okay. Now we have home, my follow feeds. We have, this is JAM again. Okay, we're going to have a separate session on JAM and in the next session, and we'll discuss about that. We have objectives, we have performance. Again, we have discussed more of this. My forms, performance goals. When we go there, in performance management, we'll discuss about that. And compensation, we are not going to work on compensation, of course. Recruitment, not. Okay, so these are the we've discussed most of the terminologies here, whatever we have here that SuccessFactors has given, and still there are a lot more to